Hi, it's me, Sam, and this is By Hook or By Needles, and today I'm going to show you another way to do the Tunisian Entrelac squares, or blankets, or coasters, or whatever you wish to call them. This is from the center out. The previous video did it from corner to corner, so I will start with green this time. I think I started the other one with purple, but I'll start this one with green. And same situation, 8-ply yarn, 5mm hook. Somewhere it's written on it. There it is, 5 more. So we can't see this again. It's terrible lighting. No, it's a 5mm hook, trust me. Okay, so we'd start off with 7 chain. And then we pick up a loop, pick up a stitch in the back loop of every chain on our way back. And that should give us 7 loops on our hook. This one is probably very good to work if you can with a long chain, color change variegated yarn, because it will, provided you finish in the correct spot each round, you can then go on to the next round from where you left off. But you've just got to be really specific where you sort of finish off. But we will be literally changing color each round. I may actually leave, because I'm using 2 colors, I will leave the yarn attached because it should carry over, I think. We'll soon find out. So we just do our normal Tunisian simple stitch to make our first square. I'm just picking up those verticals and pulling up a loop between them, from them, through them, whatever. And we got our corner. We got an edge stitch. Okay. Don't forget, it's just 1 pull through at the beginning, or a chain, whichever you want to call it. Then we pull through 2 all the way through. I'm trying to stay awake. It's currently 10 past 1 in the morning. But Mrs. C comes on at 3 a.m., I think. So I'm trying to stay awake for her. If I can. If I don't collapse in a heap, which has been known to happen. My sleep pattern, I don't exactly have a sleep pattern. I've always been a bad sleeper. Always been a bad sleeper. So and I love this time of night because it's just so quiet. Except for sometimes the occasional hoon who bells around the streets with a loud motorcycle and or car. And yeah. And I've just uploaded a video of my 26th rows of both my knitted and my crocheted subscribers scrap blankets, as I have now 138 subscribers. Another 2 subscribers and I can do my 28th row. No, yes, 28th. I've just done my 27th. Did I say 27th? Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know what I've said. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th. So okay, I'm going to do a chain there to help with the picking up of stitches. I've got to try and remember to keep it loose. If you've watched the previous video, you'll see that I probably haven't kept it loose enough, and I had a bit of trouble getting my hook in to do the next square adjacent to, you know, the first one. So we'll see how we go. I'll try and make it a bit loosey. And what I'm going to do there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to find myself a stitch marker, and I'm going to put that on a stitch marker because, right, the purple now goes here, 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 and here. So this green can come up in between the two purples on that round. I think I can start. Just gonna look at how it starts, because that's the whole key to everything, is, you know, where you end and where you start as to how well it goes or doesn't go. So I'm just going to go down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just see, I'll go into this one. Do a chain, just to, oops, secure it. But that's my first of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one stitch in each back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the 7th one will be into the previous square, back into the same hole, and then back, pulling through 2 all the way. I sort of drew myself a very messy diagram, and I'm hoping that will help me with positioning. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And pull through 2 all the way back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we've got to do that chain and make sure we bind off, cast off, end off, whatever you want to call it, fairly loosely but not too loose. It's a real fine line between being too tight and too loose. It really is. But you know, when in doubt, I always have my smaller hooks ready. Well, this one, any small hook I do for pulling through the yarn in those difficult spots. And we need, now let me look at my diagram and let me see. Yeah, I think we go, yep, back out again. So, I go into there to finish off. The idea is I need to be back into the center each time to start off again. So if I picked up along here and went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, I'd be up here and I'd end here. The square would end here. And that's not where I want to be. I need to be down here. So I need to once again chain 6. I go back and forth, and I end up here like I just did with this one. And that way I'm in the right position to come out again, back and forth, and end up again in at the center, at the square that I need to be next to. Once you're here with the last one, you can just go along there if you want to, but you're better off just to keep going with the same format. A little bit tricky with the second yarn hanging around, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. And of course the 7th V is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, the 7th is in that space. And take off 2 at a time. Back in and up. I mean, I think this would look brilliant, as I say, if you're doing it in one color and, you know, you're going from light in the middle to dark on the outside. You know, that would look really great. In fact, I've got a cake from Hobie that I might just try that with. It's a 1 ply? A 1 weight, I think, which is very thin, but you know, I might try it. I enjoy working from the center out because you can just sort of keep going until you run out, and you know it's going to be, you know, a complete square because you're sort of making a square from the center out, or a circle from the center out, whichever the shape is that you're going for. Whereas if you're going, you know, in rows back and forth, it's always a little bit tricky. You always wonder, am I gonna, you know, have enough yarn to make this long enough to be, you know, a square blanket or a rectangular blanket, or is it going to be like, you know, a short end up being like a very wide scarf, shawl or something like that instead. You know, not, you're sort of playing a little bit of project chicken, but not because you're going to run out of yarn, but because you sort of just don't know what you're going to end up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is our 5th. We go into that one. That's our 5th, and then of course I'm going back again to fill in the holes at the top. So I do a chain 1, and then once again try and keep it a bit loose without being too loose. And yep, there's one more there. So I just go into that. Yep. And there's the second one. So once again, we're going 6 out that way, and we're going to come back to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dear, come on, pick up. You've got a nice pointy thing, so you should be able to pick up easily. 2, 4, 5, and 6. Now, where am I going to put that? At the back or the front? I think I might put it at the back. Oh dear. Let me just get me yarns organised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We go into there. No, hang on. Go into there. Yep, into there. Okay. And then 2 back. Is that bright enough? I hope so. And 2 back. Looks dark to me. But it's hard to say because I've got a bit of glare in my eyes as well. But I think I can still see what I'm doing, so it can't be all bad. Okay. Here comes trouble again. Go on then, quickly. Quickly, quickly. Go past. Yep, go on. Off you go. Good girl. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my 5th one. Do my chain. And then do my cast off. I know. I've been very busy today, haven't I? Did lots of videos. And you've not been getting nearly so many cuddles. I know. It's terrible. I'm sorry. You're going to complain about it even more now. Don't bump things. No, 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 no. You cannot be bumping things, please. Okay, and we just go into there. And that's finished. Okay. So now the next one, we don't want the beginning really to be here, because the next, that's green is going to be there. So purple will be here, green will be here, and our beginning thread will be here. So if we come along here and go up that way, then our if you go pick up here and go this way, our thread, purple thread, will be up here, ready for the next round. Whereas if I chain 6 and went back and forth, I'd end up here, but that square there is going to be green. So is that one, and that one. And then I'd have to carry the purple behind the green to do the next round. So what I'll do instead, so I don't have to do that, is pick up some stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay. 1, 2, 3. No, don't touch the camera. Yes, I know you like to chew it, don't you? You chew the corner of everything I possess. Books, tables, laptops, iPads. You say, well, it's all mine. It's all mine to chew. 2, 4, 6, 7. Now, because this is going to be on a, it's not attached to anything on this side, we will go back to chaining 1 first, and then 2. If there was a stitch in there, we could, a square there to join to, then we could count that as our 7th and come back with 2s, but we can't do that for those reasons. Ow, don't dig your claws in. Yeah, now she's digging her claws in because, yeah, she's not getting attention. Oh, no, 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 no. No claws, please. Why don't you watch what I'm doing? You like watching the yarn. Hey, you like to watch the yarn. You should see these cats when I wind up yarn. It's hilarious. So that's still very, is it dark? Is it just me? See, I can't see very well. I'll soon find out, won't I? And when I will play it back. 2, 4, 6, and 7. And if I can't see it, I'll have to do it all over again. But that's okay, because I quite enjoy doing Tunisian. Okay. 1, 2, 3. too loose. Yep, okay. Now keep in mind, I'm just going to be doing a coaster. So I'm really only going to need, how many was my last one? Yeah, I only really need one more round of green anyway, so it didn't really matter where the purple ended up. No, it didn't. My cat's looking at me like the master's dog. You know that dog in front of the gramophone? Yeah, she's looking at me like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Tilting her head, listening to every word I say. Okay, chain 1. I think she's going to go to sleep. Nobody make a sound. Okay. Okay, now, so we've done that. Now, to do the green, what we would normally be doing if we were turning this into a blanket, the green would go there, 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 and there. But we are just going to do a coaster, so we're going to just go there, 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 and there. So we are going to have to carry it behind anyway. But normally, what we would do is we would pick up our green. We would, let me have a look at my little map I've done. We would probably, which way did I have it? No, I've lost. My drawing isn't very clear, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to get off my arm, sorry. So yeah. But this is from the center out, as you can see. So we would need to basically pick up our green here. We can carry our yarn to there, or we can just cut and restart. I'm just going to carry it because it's just, oh, our center's over there. So we have to go over there. Hang on. Okay. And here we go. Pick up here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, which way? I had it written down. I had a little diagram done, and it worked out beautifully. And now I can't get it to work. Oh, that's why. Because, yeah. I would carry it up to here. Let's just do some chain. No, 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 go away. All right. Just do a chain behind the scenes. Because if I was doing a bigger blanket, I would carry it up to here to do the one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we don't want to do that. We want to carry it to here. Yep. So carry it to here. Because we're going to just fill in the corners. I think I did a chain of 6 or something like that. And then we've got to pick up spiral 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, okay. I'm just trying to save myself from cutting ends, really. Oh, get in there. Oops. Don't do that yet. So, two, 4, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh dear, we are not very happy, are we? We're having a big grumble. I know, yes, you're very unhappy. You cannot lay on my arm because then I can't move it. She doesn't care. Oh dear, cats. I've got 2 of them, and one won't leave me alone, and the other one just visits me when he, you know, feels like it. Ow, ow, get your claws out. That really, really is sore. No more claws in me, no. What also looks really good doing it, this sort of style of blocks and things, is if you do a, what do you call it, gingham type thing. You know, if you have 3 colours and, you know, so you have one that's solid, say, green, and one solid purple, and this one would be, you could do half green and half purple to get that sort of gingham look going. As long as you lay it out properly, it would look really good. You could get oh, you're going to have to get off my arm. I'm very sorry. I need my arm and I need to untangle this yarn. Why does cotton tangle up so easily? No, off my arm. Come on. Why don't you go on the back of the chair? Come on. Come on, out of my way. You're going to go over there. Go on, over there. Yeah, cotton seems to tangle up very easily. But what you could do is, if you were using 2 colours, you would need not to have had your other end of your double-ended hook chewed off by a cat, but you would go forward with, say, the green, and then you'd go to the other end, hook up the purple, and then finish with the purple by putting the purple through from the other end, and then you would get a mixture of both the purple and the green. And that would sort of really help give you that sort of gingham look. Is it gingham look I'm thinking of? I think it's gingham look I'm thinking of. 2, 4, 6, 7. Pull pull through 2, I find Tunisian very relaxing. Chain 1, now see, if I were doing a blanket, I would be in the perfect position to do the next square. Oh, please, thank you. Which would, I'd go across here. No, I'd chain out here, come up and end here again. But we're not doing that because we're just doing a simple square from the middle out. So I'm just going straight over to here. And what I might actually do is just carry this over, the green over this way, just as some sort of little border. Just see how it looks. You know, we just sort of like slip stitch it to the next corner. And got one on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So put 1. Get that out of the way. Get that behind. Oh dear, doesn't want to stay behind, does it? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into there for my 7th. And then pell 2, up pell 2. Pull through 2 all the way back. So you can see how this is going to form a nice sort of square. It's going to look exactly the same as the other one we did, but it's just going to be from the middle out. And if you, like I say, if you were making a much bigger item like a placemat or even a tablecloth like this, then you could really carry a yarn without it being detected on the back, because you would be putting a square of green at here, and the next time around it'd be purple, and then purple at the top there. Yeah, it just keeps it expanding like that. But eventually you're going to get 2, 4, 5. You will get to the end, 2, 4, 6, where you're going to need to do some carrying of the yarn, like I've just done. Or you just cut it and, pick it up again, cast it on again. One. Oh dear, now the other one's complaining. Don't know whether you can hear it. What I need is a nice cup of coffee. 2, 4, 6, 7. Pull through 2. Coffee doesn't actually keep me awake though, it's funny. I know a lot of people that say that, but it genuinely doesn't keep me awake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1, and then cast off reasonably loosely, but it won't matter too much because we're not actually coming around again in another colour. We're just finishing this off as a square. But it's always a good idea to keep in practice and keep in mind that you do need to keep that fairly loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, we're going out. No, we're going behind that. What am I doing? I'm being silly. I'm being silly because I'm not thinking. Because I'm just gonna do this. Normally you wouldn't do this because you wouldn't necessarily want this showing unless you wanted it to sort of be like a border for the, you know, if you wanted it to be a border, and you know, it would look okay as a border around it, I think. You know, just edging off the purple. Keep slip stitching till we get to this one. Okay. Oh dear, now I've got my hook stuck. Okay, hook, come on. Oh dear. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I was going to do the straight line one, but I honestly think that you can probably work that one out easy enough from these examples. Ah, so tight, and I thought I was going nice and loosely. 2, 4, 6, and 7 is in there. Sorry, that's my stitch marker scraping on the table. I'll try and hold it up so it doesn't do it. Two, 4, 6. Seven. I can probably just take that off altogether so it doesn't make a noise. Oh no, I'm jumping the gun there. Still got another row to go. Oh, I'm going to need some more yarn. Okay. chain 1, and then we go to our casting off, or slip stitching, or ending, or whatever you want to call it. And then we'll once again go across here, just slip stitching, so we're in position for the next and final square. Now there is a pattern out there called something like Starbursts or Sunburst, which is done in Tunisian Entrelac from the center out, I think. And yeah, it's worth looking at if you really want to do something, you know, fuller. Okay, our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we need, 6 along the top. And then our 7th is the stitch going up the side. Two, 4, 6, and 1 in there. 7. I do like Tunisian, but I don't think I could do what Michael does and just do it all the time, because it's like, you know, doing knitting. I couldn't do knitting all the time because, you know, knitting wears me out. I find it so utterly boring at times because it's just the same thing over and over, you know, whereas normal crochet, it does have a little bit more variety to it with the stitches, or can do, depending obviously on what you're making. But I think as long as I'm doing something like this for Tunisian, which I find really sort of quite interesting, and you know, you've got to think about where you've got to start your next square, because you need to know where your next square is going to end, because you need to be able to start your next square in the right spot and all that sort of thing. It does keep you thinking, and that does keep the interest up, and you know, and that sort of thing. But I couldn't do those huge pieces he does. I mean, it's just amazing, those huge blankets he does. It's just like, blows my mind. I just like, oh, yeah. I green with envy when I see some of Michael's work. And so, you know, it's just wonderful to watch other people's talents. You know, and you sort of think, oh, gives you inspiration to push yourself to do the same or similar. Chain 1, and yep, just making sure I'm actually on the 5th row. Wasn't sure for a second. Okay. I'm just going to keep going over. Even though I've sort of finished, I just want to finish the square off by slip stitching over this purple section so that it matches all the other sides. Get in there. And, oops. Got over eager because I was actually at the end, and I thought, yay. And I think what I will do is just slip stitch into the back there just to make sure. Do my chain 1 and cut the yarn. I'll cut my purple yarn. Oops, didn't want to cut it. And tie that off. Now you wouldn't have that normally on the back if you were doing a bigger one, and I'll show you why in a minute. So there we are. I mean, that's not a bad little coaster, and that's taken me about 50 odd minutes. So, you know, that's not a bad little coaster. Now let me show you which way am I going for a blank page. This way. Okay. Normally what you would do, okay, so you would start off with your square and your rows would go like this and you would end that green there, okay? Then we'll use a black pen and get rid of that so it's not making noises, and we would chain up 6. I haven't counted. I'm not going to actually count them, because it's not meant to be accurate for that purpose, but it's just to give you an idea. So we'd chain 6 and then we'd go, and then we'd finish there. So then we would turn and we would chain 6 again. We'd do our next square, which is exactly what we did for the purple round here. Okay, and then we finished here. And we turn our work and we'd go 6, you know, chain. We'd work that way when we'd end here, and we turn again. Now, as I said, if I chained out here and did my rows, I'd come back and I'd end here. That's not going to be very useful to me for the following round. So this time I would chain along here, go this way, and end there. So currently that's where my thread is. So let's go back. Let's do another color, red. So let's say the red, we put that on, and we would start so that's the green, isn't it? Now where did I have the green initially? So I've written it all out once before and it worked, and I can't figure out how I've got it wrong this time. That black. Green. No good. So for your next color, I've got the red pen out, haven't I? Yep. You would possibly, wouldn't start there necessarily. Let's say you started over here and you want to end here. So how you gonna, where are you going to start if you want to end here? You're going to do your chains along here. You're going to go like that and end there. Then, because you're making a bigger blanket, you would chain out here and you would end here. And you would turn again and you would do your chain there and you'd end there. Then you would do your chain again. End there. Chain again. Oh no, you wouldn't chain there, would you? Because you want to end here. So you would pick up along here and you would go this way. So you ended there. Then you would chain back out again. And there. still got 2 more to do. You want to come along here again because you want to end there. So you just constantly got to think of where do you want your yarn to be for the next square that you're going to add. And then that way it enables you to think about where you start. There, and then we could just we can either pick up stitches along here and come up here, which would be a good idea, because then we've got our end up here, we've got our black end here, and we've got our green end here. And so we went back to black. So we're here with the black. We'd want to end here. You basically want to, so you'd be going across here. So you'd be going that way to end there. Then you'd be coming out this way. No, you wouldn't, because you want to end here. So you'd pick up this way, and there. You want to end here, so you go out this way. See, and then this way you can build out your rows. And your rows are going to be like black here, black there, black there, black there, black there, black there, and so on and so forth. It's a very messy picture. I'm granted, but I hope you get the idea. When you're looking at this, you've got to ask yourself, okay, before you start your next square, where do I want to end the next square so that I can start the following square? And if you can do that, and sort of, even if you have to draw out a silly little plan like that to get some sort of idea, or follow a pattern, you know, there are patterns out there on how to work from the center out. But there we go. Little coaster, number 2 done. And that's our second format. Second way of trying to do a Tunisian Entrelac coaster. Thank you for those who made it all this way. Take care. Forgotten what I was going to say. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.